Nothing. No book in sight.
If the book isn't here, Jeannie is probably still in the vents.
Any way to get her out?
In theory, we could flush her out through Haven's ventilation system. Fortunately for us, she has a GPS device on her, so we can track her movements. All we're really missing is the GPS receiver.
Where is it? I'll bring it.
It should be in the laboratory. In the meantime, I'll prep everything in the control room. We'll access the ventilation system through there.
Sounds good. I think that's the one. I should bring it to Ruben. I've got the receiver. What do you want me to do with it?
Connect it to the port on the table next to me. Great. I think that's it. Now, we just need to get Jeannie out.
What's the plan here exactly?
With the GPS receiver, we can see where she is in the vents. If we shift the airflow in them, we can guide Jeannie out. But I'll need a hand with this. The system requires 2 people to operate fully.
All right, let's give it a try. Jeannie's blocking the way. She's out!
Good job. Jeannie should have come out in Genetica Keep.
Let's get that book back.
Carla, I'll distract Jeannie. You grab the book from her.
Let's see how this plays out. I need to wait until her guard is down. I've got the book, but Jeannie didn't seem very happy about it.
She'll be fine. More importantly, the book is safe and sound now.
Then it's a good time to start talking.
Very well. I won't go back on my word. What do you want to know about the book on the Overseers?
Why do you have it stored in the vault? It's yours, right?
It is. I've been looking into this rotten group of people for quite some time. And the book contains material about the Overseer's history. To be honest, what I told you earlier about why your mom left me wasn't the full story. Back then, the group who terrorized us both was them, the Overseers.
If I remember your story correctly, you were a part of them.
Everything I said before was true. I left as soon as I realized what type of organization it was. But the story didn't end there. The harassment didn't stop. And the overseers basically buried my business. My startup company was on the verge of collapsing.
Obviously, it didn't stop you from building your business empire in the end.
That's because I struck a deal with them.
What did you agree to? It must have been quite a negotiation.
I'm not proud of this, but I promised them 10% of yearly revenue from my company. Every year, I wire them money masked as donations to charities.
Hold on a second. When we found your ledger in the abandoned house, the pages with charitable donations were missing. Is it related to the overseers?
Carla, please don't make me answer this question.
It's way too late to keep any more secrets.
I hope I won't regret this later. The donations missing from the ledger were the ones I sent to the overseers. I kept you from the full message left in the ledger, too. It said, "Thanks for the money."
Then it means that the culprit is an overseer. Ruben, this is huge.
It doesn't tell us who the culprit is, only that we are dealing with people more powerful than I thought.
Is there any way we can stop them for good?
That's where the book comes in. By itself, it isn't as important. I believe most of the members have a copy of it, but I keep a list of names in this one. The list is a combined effort of an over 2 decades-long investigation. I was able to track down most of the members, except for the top branch.
Why haven't you given it to the police, the government, or anyone at all for that matter?
Without knowing a single member at the top of the chain, there's no point. If we try to cut off a limb, they'll just grow it back and be more cautious next time.
There must be something we can do about them.
Let's cross that bridge when we get there. First of all, I'm more worried about what the culprit will do next. Given how close they are to getting all the information on the Genetica formula, they might do something radical. I'd prefer that you get something to protect yourself.
What do you have in mind?
Nothing specific, as long as it can knock a person out if worst comes to worst.
Did Lucas have anything I could use?
No. We kept the gun only as a safety precaution. We never really had any security issues before on the island. I'll contact Sam. He's always been cautious. He probably brought some self-defense equipment to the island.
Are you sure we can trust the Admiral?
Samuel is a lot of things, but an overseer is not one of them. Of that, I am certain. I'll text him now to meet up with you.
What will you do?
I'll run another sweep of Haven. I want to make sure we didn't miss any of the hidden cameras. All right. He texted me back.
Okay, stay safe.
You too.
Miss Page, mind explaining why Ruben wants to arm you for self-defense? Why not?
I'll explain everything afterward. But first, I prefer to get what I came here for.
Very well, but you owe me some answers. Now, I did bring some self-defense equipment to the island, but unfortunately, I left all of it in the boat when I arrived. If any equipment survived the fire, it should be lying at the bottom of the sea. I had pepper spray and a stun gun. Any preferences?
I think pepper spray would do the job just fine.
And why are you still standing here? Grab the diving suit. Time to get your hair wet. I'll hold the perimeter while you're down there.
Okay, I'll be back shortly. I guess the pepper spray is out of the question.
Well, did you find the pepper spray?
I sure did. Have a look at it.
You won't get much use out of it.
It could have really helped out.
Nothing we can do about it now. What about the stun gun?
I saw only the pepper spray.
Some of the boat remains washed ashore. Perhaps the stun gun did too.
Even if it's there, would it even work after falling to the bottom of the sea?
It should, as long as the box it's in didn't leak. Miss Page, if you want something to protect yourself with, it's the only option I see.
I hear you. We can try to look for it. Probably on the beach, right?
Only one way to find out.
I found it. It washed ashore, as you said.
Good, but it's not a toy, Miss Page. Be careful with it.
I think I can handle it.
For your sake, I hope you will. Now, let's head back to the mansion. I'd like to get those answers you promised.
Sure.
Now then, why don't you get me up to speed on the situation?
The overseers aren't just a story. We're pretty sure the culprit is one of them.
Why? Because of the emblem we found before?
I found this book filled with information on the overseers.
Where on earth did you find something like that?
Ruben had it. It's not important. The point is that Ruben also thinks the culprit is an overseer.
If that's really the truth, then this is indeed a very serious matter.
They are also really close to obtaining the last piece of the Genetica formula. Ruben is worried they might do something drastic to get it. He said it would be best to prepare ourselves if push comes to shove.
We cannot let the overseers get their hands on the serum. The very thought sends shivers down my spine.
Same. I don't think I'll be able to get any sleep tonight.
A good night's sleep is the least of our worries.
Oh, I think Ruben texted me.
What's wrong?
The last file has gone missing.
The last file? What does that mean?
Ruben had 3 files into which all the research on Genetica was split. If the last file is gone, it must mean that the culprit has all of them now.
Where is Ruben? We need to meet up with him ASAP.
1 second. I'll text him. He's in the security office.
Let's go. Ruben, Miss Page brought me mostly up to speed on the situation. I need confirmation from you. Does the culprit have all the information on Project Genetica?
I believe so.
God damn it. This is a matter of national security. We need to get those documents back immediately.
I know.
I'm just trying to piece together how they found the last file.
When did you realize the file was missing?
After I finished in Haven, I came here to check on it. So, a few minutes ago.
First things first, we need to establish a time frame during which the file was stolen. When was the last time you confirmed the file's location?
Today, early in the morning.
So it must have been taken rather recently. All right, I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something that could give us a hint.
We should all keep our eyes peeled.